Hello students, welcome back to today's class on perimeter and area. In the last class we have discussed about perimeter and some applications based on that, and we just started area. So let's try to continue our discussion with area and its applications, right? My name is Avinash and I'm a graduate from IIT Kharagpur. Let's start today's session. So what is a perimeter? We have already discussed in the last class, right? So that is a complete boundary. The complete boundary of the given figure. But now let's try to discuss about area. In this figure, okay, so whatever the amount of surface enclosed, what do you mean by enclosed? Enclosed means the area inside. Enclosed means the area inside, whatever the area inside, whatever the space inside, so that is called enclosed, right? The amount of surface enclosed by closed figure is called its area. Here this is a square, and the area of a square is the complete all these points, or all the complete space, complete surface. Okay, for example, you have a rectangle or you have a triangle. So for triangle, this complete space is the area of that polygon. Area of that polygon. Even for circle also there is an area. Even for circle also, as a closed figure, you have the shaded thing which has some surface, so we can say that it is having an area, right? So now the major questions are how to find or how to calculate the area of a given figure. So let's try to understand that more about. So to calculate the area using a squared paper. What do you mean by squared paper? Squared paper means it has unit squares in that. It has unit squares in that, right? So this is one square, one unit square. Like 1 unit means 1 centimeter, let's say. 1 centimeter, that's a square. Okay, you have one more square, you have one more square. So the complete paper is squares. So based on that squares, if we take one box as one square unit, so from there we can try to find the area, right? So let's try to take one example. So if more than half a square is in the region, count it as one square unit. For example, I am going to find the area of this figure. The area of this figure, you can see this, right? So the area of this brown figure enclosed. So now we need to find all the squares. How many squares are there? Let me see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 full length squares are there. 14 full length, that means the complete square is there. But the rest of the things, you can see it's exactly passing the mid, which is actually half. 14 plus half, this is half box, this is also half, okay, plus half, this is one more, 2 and 3. More 3 times, right? Plus half, plus half, plus half. Once again, let me see what all the half boxes we are having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So 14 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 will get 5 by 2. 5 by 2. 14 plus 5 by 2, which is 14 plus 2.5, which is 16.5. Right? 14 plus 2.5, 16.5. The area which always uses square units. So answer is 16.5 square units. 16.5 square units. So that is the area of this figure. But not always, or not always the boxes are exactly half. Sometimes we may not have the complete box if more than half a square is in the region. Right? In the same figure, let's say we have one more box that is included, and which is more than half, right? So even let's say this part is included. This part is included. You can see this. It is a more than half. Half means exactly in the middle. But here it is not exactly in the middle. More than half. Then we can count it as a 1 square unit. We can count that as a 1 square unit, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, 14.5, 15, 15.5, 16, 16.5 plus 1 complete thing is coming here. So that will give you 16.5 plus 1, which is 17.5. 17.5 area Area is always a square units. Area is always a square units. 16.5 plus 1 will give us 17.5 square units, correct? Okay, so moving ahead for the next concept, if exactly half the square is covered, just now we discussed, if exactly half is covered, count it as a half square unit. So exactly same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these are exactly half. You can see the diagram carefully. In that case, you can include half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 half square units. There are 5 half square units, correct? Okay. So moving ahead, if less than half a square is in the region, if less than half, that means in the same triangle, in the same figure, we have one more box which is actually something like this. Okay, this small part. So now you want to add this as one square unit, but you cannot. As it is less than half, as that region is less than half, we say that it is considered as 0. Do not consider the region. Do not consider. So now you may ask me, sir, is this the exact area? No, these are the approximations. These are the approximations where near to the answer, near to the actual answers, correct? Okay. Next one. Right, so we need to find the area of this figure. Let's say each and every box is a 1 square unit. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 4 square units plus, total 4 square units plus, it is exactly half, half, half and half. So we have total 4 halves. 4 into half, right? So 4 plus 2 ones to 2s. So 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 4 into 1 by 2, that becomes 4 plus 2, which is 6. But area, I said you, area has some units, 6 square units. 6 square units, correct? Alright, next one. Find the area of the figure below. Okay, so here this is the figure. So I'll draw it once again. So this is one part, next line, the next line, again the next line, and again from the starting, right? So this is how the given figure is there. We need to find the area. First of all, try to bring all the perfect squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So answer should be 12 centimeters square. Answer should be 12 centimeters square. Okay. Find the area of the figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the complete area is 12 centimeters square. Okay, next one. Find the area of the figure. Okay, we have one more figure. Let me draw it. Let me draw that properly. So this is one side, second, third side, fourth, 5, 6, and 7, and this is 8. This is an octagon. What do we say? This is called as octagon. Octagon means 8-sided polygon. 8-sided closed figure, right? So now to find the area, first of all, find how many perfect squares are available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Anything else more? Maybe this one also, maybe 11. Okay, we don't have any part here. This is also a part here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. So till here we got 12. We got 12 centimeter, 12 units, 12 square units. But this is exactly half, and this is exactly half. Half 1 by 2, 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 again. This 1 by 2 again. This 1 by 2 again, and 1 by 2. So how many 1 by 2 schemes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that becomes 12 plus 6 times of 1 by 2. So 2 ones to 3s. So 12 plus 3 will give you 15 square units. 12 plus 3 will give you 15 square units. Once again, let me check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Right? 15 square units is the area of the given figure. All these are approximately correct. Okay, not exactly. Next. Find the area of the figure below. Now what happened? All that is a square, all that is a circle. Don't worry about that. Just concentrate on the squares. Okay. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. I'm sorry, 4 perfect squares. plus this is more than half, include 1, more than half, include 1, less than 1, delete, less than half, not less than 1, less than half, delete, right? It is included, included, right? So all these are included. Okay, again at the corner. Okay, so find the area. So this is again less than half, this again less than half, so this part and this part cannot be added. These two parts cannot be added. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So that becomes a 12 square units. So that becomes a 12 square units. Let me check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? So that's it. Yes. So the rest of the things which are very less than half will not be included them. Okay. The next one. So formula for finding the area of rectangle. Area of rectangle is length into breadth. Don't confuse with the perimeter. Perimeter is equal to 2 times of length plus breadth. Perimeter is equal to 2 times of length plus breadth. But here, the formula of area of rectangle. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. This is length, this is breadth. So that becomes length into breadth. Okay. L is the length of the rectangle. L is length of the rectangle and B is the breadth of the rectangle. L is the length and B is the breadth. Okay. Now let's try to move ahead. Let's try to say if this is 4 centimeters and this is 5 centimeters. Okay. This let's say this is 40 centimeters and this is 5 centimeters. 40 centimeters and 5 centimeters. How to find the area? Area is length into breadth. Correct. Area is equal to length into breadth. So 5 4 is 20. So that becomes 200. Area is equal to 200. 200 always units. If you're not clear, just write a square units. It may be centimeters, it may not be. Sometimes in the equation it may be mentioned, it may not be mentioned, but still we need to write that as 200 square units. 200 square units, correct? Right. Let's move forward for the next one. Find the area of the given rectangle. Find the area of the given rectangle. So 2 times of perimeter. If you go for perimeter, it's 2 times of length plus breadth. So 2 times of 7 plus 5. So 2 times of 7 plus 5 is 12. That is 24. Even the perimeter is 24. But now we need to find the area, right? So area is like length into breadth. 7 into 5. 7 to 5 is 35 centimeters square. Square units. Square units. 7 into 5 is 35 square units. Okay. So moving ahead. The length of a rectangular field. So we have a question, some applications based on all this. Let's try to understand that. The length of a rectangular field is 60 meters. Length is given as 60 meters. And the breadth is given as half of its length. Breadth is equal to half of its length, 50. Right? 50 meters. 60 meters and 50 meters. Find the area of the field. The breadth is half of its length. So once again, let me check that. Length of rectangular field is 60 meters. And the breadth is half. Half means not 50. I'm so sorry. Half means half of the length, which is half of 60. Which is half of 60, which is 2 1s to 3s. So that becomes 30 meters. Length is 60 meters and breadth is 30 meters. Find the area of the field. So I told you for rectangle, the area will be always simple. Area is equal to length into breadth. So length 60 into breadth is 30 meters square. 30 meters. So now in the area we need to keep meters square. So 6 3s are 18. 1 2. So that becomes 1800 centimeters square to press. Okay. So L is equal to 60 meters, B is equal to 30 meters, A is equal to length and breadth. 60 and 30, 1800 centimeters square. Area of this rectangle is equal to 1800 centimeters square. Okay. Half of its length. You need to understand this statement. Half of its length, that is half of the 60. Half of the 60 is 30 meters. So if this is clear, you can solve the remaining question. Okay. So the next one. Find the area of rectangle whose length is 4 meters and breadth is 68 centimeters. Once again, see here 60 meters and half of it. No problem. Okay. And 60 meters. So answer is 1800 meters square. But here it was given as find the area of rectangle whose length is 4 meters. The length is 4 meters and breadth is 68 centimeters. So either we need to convert both into lengths, both into meters, or both into centimeters, right? So find the area of rectangle whose length is 4 meters. Length is 4 meters or 4 into 100 centimeters. So that will give you 400 centimeters. That will give you 400 centimeters, and breadth is equal to 68 centimeters. Breadth is equal to 68 centimeters. So now, if it is asked for perimeter, you can directly go with 2 times of length plus breadth. You can directly go with 2 times of length plus breadth. But now it was given with area. I mean to say area. So you need to find length into breadth 400 into 68. 400 into 68. Or you can also do in another way. You can keep length as well as it is 4 meters. 68 centimeters is 0.68 meters. So meter into meter, you'll get meter square, or you get here centimeter square. Okay, so 68 fours, let me check that. 68 fours, 8 fours are 32, 6 fours are 24, 26 24, 25, 26, 27, 272, and yeah. So 68 into 4, 272, and we have 2 zeros, so that becomes centimeter square. 27200 centimeter square. Or if you want to convert into meters, you need to do a lot. Let me tell you why. Because this is also in centimeters, this is also in centimeters. Both you need to convert into meters, right? So here 0.68 into 4. 8 fours 32, 6 fours are 24, 25, 26, 27, 400 and 2. That becomes 2.72. 2.72, that becomes 2.72 meters square. You need to divide with not just 100. You need to divide with 100 into 100 because we have centimeter square. Centimeter square gives that it is a centimeter into centimeter. Here for meters, you need to divide with total not 100, with 100 into 100. That is at 10,000. Okay. So moving ahead, the area of rectangular garden which has 40 meters length. Length is 40 meters and the area is given as 1120 square meters. 1120 square meters or meter square, whatever it is. Find the width of the garden. So we know that area is given as length into breadth is equal to the area, whatever you get, 1120. So length is 40 meters, right? 40 into B is equal to 1120. So B is equal to 1120 by 40. So now we need to divide. 4 and 4 gets cancelled. So 4 and 112. 4 and 112. For 3s are for 3s are for 2s are 4 2s are 8. We'll get 3 2, and for 8s 8 4s are 32. So that we can keep 28. 112 by 4 breadth, 112 by 4, which is 28 meters. So length being 40 meters, breadth being 28 meters, we will get the total area is 1120 square meters. Okay, so let's try to move forward to the next question. The area of rectangular plot is 2400 square meters. So area is given as 2400 meters square, and its length is given as 1.5 times. And its length is given as 1.5 times to its breadth. 1.5 times to its breadth. So what is the perimeter? So a very simple question. I'm not going to do this now. Okay. Once again, let's try to discuss. The area of rectangle is given. Area is equal to length into breadth. Length into breadth is equal to 2400. Right. So length is 3 by 2 into breadth is equal to 2400. So you can calculate from here what is the perimeter. What is the what is the breadth from the breadth? We need to go back to perimeter, right? So length 3 by 2. It's not actually 3 by 2. 3 by 2 times 1.5 times the breadth. Let me calculate that once again. Let me bring the correct calculations here. Right. Okay. So length is 1.5 times breadth. So breadth is there. B is B, but length will give you 1.5 times of B. So 2 1's 2 plus 1, 3 by 2 times of B. 3 by 2 times of B. So now length into breadth, because the area is given 2400. Length into breadth is equal to length into breadth is equal to 2400. Okay, so you can cancel with 3. 3 1's 3 12's. 3 1's 3 12's. That becomes not 12, 3 8's. Sorry, I'm cancelling with the 2. Cancel with 2. Let me erase that. Right, so 3 by 2 into B, that becomes area, that becomes 2400. So 3 and 3 8s, so 800. 3 and 800, right? So what about here? B into B is equal to 800 into 2, so which is 1600. Breadth into breadth is 1600, so we'll get it is actually equal to 40 into 40. We'll get it as 40 into 40. It is enough to say that the breadth is 40 meters. Breadth is 40 meters. From there you can try to find 1.5 times, which is the length. From there, if you multiply these two, you'll get the area. And sometimes mistakes do happen. I'm saying again, sometimes mistakes do happen. Just please cross check all this and then we can move forward, right? So there are a couple of more applications based on this perimeter and area, which we are going to cover in the next class, right? Thank you so much, friends. Stay tuned to get the next lecture. Thank you.